Ho, 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 motherfucker.
Merry Christmas Kwanzaa.
It is the holiday edition of
Oh,
A Better Podcast
holiday
with
edition.
Kenny and Jeff.
Shit.
Ho, 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 bitch.
Where the hoe's at?
I'm talking to one right now. Oh!
Oh, that hurts my feelings.
I told you I was going to insult
That's
you.
not very Christmassy at all. Excuse me,
Well, I guess-
holiday-y. Fuck it. Atheists are taking back Christmas.
Goddamn right. It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Atheists are taking back Christmas.
Just take it back. Don't even want
sorry.
it. Just don't want you to
Just
have
cracking myself up.
it. Well, at least you're cracking someone up. Oh! Again!
Oh, God, man.
I'm just reeling it
It's a
in.
good thing I died a long time ago inside.
Yeah, me too. Emotions just getting in the way.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome, listening audience, and welcome, Jeff. How are you
I am good.
on this fine eve of Christmas Eve?
Yes, the eve, the penultimate day prior to Christmas Eve.
Eve squared.
Eve squared. I have an Eve squared miracle.
Yes, you were talking about this,
Like-
and I really would like to know what your Christmas miracle is.
So, it's not so much a Christmas miracle. It's just a Christmas customer service feat.
A Christmas occurrence.
Yes. So my uncle is mustard maniac. He loves his mustard.
Yes, he is. And I have to say, as someone who also enjoys mustard, I was very pleasantly surprised. But all the options I had.
Yeah, not like
Every
he
time I've eaten a sandwich at your house.
Yeah, it's true. Not like he is though. Not like he is. He is.
No, I could not ever aspire to be that.
He has always said that he's like I'm too old to fuck around with shitty mustard now. Like it just doesn't. Like my life is too short now.
Damn,
to
that
deal
should
with-
be our show. That should be the motto of the show.
But that's what he always says. That's it. So there's a place called the National Mustard Museum. It's in Wisconsin.
Of course there is.
Yep.
Of course it's in Wisconsin.
It's in Wisconsin, and so he's
Is that where he is right now?
no for the past couple of years around Christmas time he's been like, or once a year at least, he uses whatever like Christmas money or gift certificates he gets to buy mustard from the Mustard Museum.
Mhm.
That has like many mustards from around the globe. Fantastic mustards of fantastic.
I'm so baffled that there's just that much mustard to choose from.
Yeah. I suggest you link the Mustard Museum in the description of this video /
I think I'll have
SoundCloud
to. I think I will
eventually.
have
But
to.
in any case, say my last name. Oh well, fuck it. Anyway,
I'll have to edit that out.
my family.
The Smiths that you are.
My family, we have a history of procrastinating and taking forever around Christmas time to send out Christmas wish lists. I haven't gotten my dad's yet. So spoilers, Dad gets a Visa gift card and fuck it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say spoilers, Dad gets mustard.
He gets mustard too. No, you get nothing. Good day, sir. No,
In fact, you're going to owe me stuff.
yeah, you gotta bring me some more shit. So anyway, the wish list takes forever to get out, and there's not a lot of us either, which is crazy. Like anyway,
That's the weirdest part.
we're just dumb, and then we always take a long time to shop. So my uncle, I forgot, like, oh fuck, I gotta get him something. I'll get him a Mustard Museum gift card. And I'm trying to buy it on their website, and it looks like their gift certificates can only be shipped out. And I'm like, God damn it! All right,
Really?
whatever, you know. So like, it's fine because I was gonna print out like the receipt to be like, hey, you got one coming your way, dude, and put it in a bag and keep on it,
All right, there you go.
you know. But here's what happened: no sooner had I hit like checkout or whatever, like, you know, submitted my payment and everything was charged and gone through, that like 5 seconds later, it seemed, I got a phone call from an area code I didn't recognize. And I don't pick those up because, you know, I don't pick up numbers I've never heard of. It's probably just someone from my student loans, that kind of thing.
Yep,
they don't
that's
stop
pretty
for
much that's
Christmas.
the boat I'm in. No, they do not give a
No,
fuck.
not at all. They are.
Holy shit.
They may as well be thumb breakers. Anyway.
They pretty much are.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't pick up, and then I listen to the voicemail a few minutes later, and it is from none other than Barry Levinson, the curator and founder of the Mustard Museum.
Read as only employee of the museum.
The man in charge, though. The guy called me, little Jeff over here in California, and because I left like a gift message on the thing, like, "Hey, Uncle Mark, Merry Christmas, use it well." And so he goes like, "Well, it looks like you wanted this for Christmas and for Uncle Mark." So what I'm gonna do is I'll just make it like, do you want this to be an electronic gift card? You can just print out and give it to him. Then he just stops himself because I guess he realized he's talking to a voicemail, and he goes, "I'm just gonna send it to you electronically. I've got your email right here," and he did.
Oh wow!
And let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. Because this is the part that you'll probably enjoy the most.
Sorry, keep going.
I got a personal his email address.
A personal invite to his house.
His email address is curator.
Of course
at
it is.
Museum. He says, "Hi Jeff, thanks for ordering the gift certificate for Uncle Mark. Here it is, attached. You can print it out, present it to him, and turn him loose." And he asked me to please confirm that I've received this. And I said, "Hi, Barry. Thanks so much for doing this. You saved Christmas for a mustard maniac. Happy holidays." Because we're best buds now. We're on first name basis.
Friend him on Facebook and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna find this.
Oh, we should get him on the show.
Yeah. Wow, our first interview. Tell us more about your mustard museum.
So Barry, can I call you Barry? Barry. Quick question. Why?
But this is the best part.
Oh, there's the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Do you want to know what his salutation is?
Oh my God, yes. Wait, no. Let's see if I can guess it. Salutation. Okay.
Like how he signs off on his emails. Yeah. His signature.
Oh man, there's so many options here.
You're never gonna get it.
I'm probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, can I have a hint? Is it a word or a phrase?
It's both.
Is it a word or multiple?
It's 2 words.
2 words. Okay. Okay.
And it has to do with mustard.
I was gonna say I know it's a mustard pun.
Of course, it has to be.
It'd
be great if it was like, "Fuck you, Barry
Levinson." Eat shit, Barry Levinson. Okay, 2-word mustard pun. Oh man, I'm gonna if I don't get this, I'm gonna kick myself.
Ish. Well, it could be okay. Do you want a guest?
I would like. I'll take one guess.
You're running out of time, sir.
Nope. This is our show, goddammit.
It's just boring to like have people listen to you trying to guess.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. Get bent.
No.
Is that his?
No,
is that his
it was not it. It was not it.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Condimentally yours.
God damn it! Oh my God. Well, that doesn't even make any goddamn sense.
No. Amazing. If you can hear my applause, I hope you can.
I can. Okay, well, I hear that, and to me, it just sounds like this dude literally sat at the computer, is like, okay, I have to use the word condiment in my salutation. What do I do?
It's his Google signature or whatever, email signature. So he thought of this a long time ago.
Do you think that's what spawned the Mustard Museum? He's like, I have this great signature.
I had this great idea.
Use it. I just imagine like the Mustard Museum is just this dude in his apartment, and like because the second you bought this, he called you, so he's just like sitting there waiting and like, oh, an order came in.
He was just like fucking Johnny on the spot about this shit.
He was holding his phone the whole time.
It was amazing. I was like, holy shit! That quickly, it was just bam. There's pictures of this guy everywhere on his website too.
I hope that you. I was gonna say if he mails you, I was gonna say I hope it's like smeared mustard.
No, I'm gonna send you a link to. I don't even know why I need to send you a link because it's just mustardmuseum.com. But whatever.
Well, we will link that for you, loyal viewer, listener,
loyal person.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Loyal Stephanie.
About the museum.
Oh, good. I'm excited.
home of the world's largest collection of mustards and mustard memorabilia. Which, let's face it, this probably doesn't have to be that big.
Just a lot of jars.
Just a lot of jars. A mustard museum? Absolutely, according to Barry Levinson, founder and curator of National Mustard Museum.
Is this Barry in the header of the website?
Yes, I think so. You're not going to enjoy this next bit.
How could I not?
Yeah, you can blame it all on the Boston Red Sox.
Yep, don't like it.
In the wee hours of October 28th, 1986, after his favorite baseball team had just lost the World Series, Barry was wandering an all-night supermarket looking for the meaning of life. This is the saddest story I've ever heard in my life. I have not read this before, just to be clear. This is news to both of us, all right? Okay? Shall I continue?
Oh my god. Yes, please.
Okay.
Please continue.
As he passed the mustards, he heard a voice. If you collect us, they will come. He did, and they have. In 1992, Barry left his job as an assistant attorney general for the state of Wisconsin
What?
to open this most improbable museum, now one of Wisconsin's most popular attractions, because this isn't written down, because it's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I
mean, really? Like, really? Really?
The Mustard Museum has been featured on The Oprah Winfrey Show,
Whoa.
popular game shows Jeopardy, and to tell the truth, okay, one of those is popular, let's be real, as well as countless features on other national television and radio shows and in major newspapers everywhere. This guy is fucking famous, and he called me.
That makes you famous by proxy.
That's right. I am.
God damn it, Jeff. Why didn't you pimp the show down?
I know. Fuck. I should. Why didn't I just pick up the phone? I should have told him, like, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, out of your generosity, you're going to be on my podcast. We're going to talk up your fucking museum. It's on.
We need to get him on the show.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Okay, so I'm looking at the National Mustard Museum website, and I will say, for such a silly concept, actually not a bad designed website.
No.
It's pretty easy to navigate. Doesn't look too bad. They do apparently have a university, Poop on You.
Yes, they do.
Which sounds more like a threat than anything.
And you can get a shirt that says "Poop on You."
Yep, and I'm pretty sure that's Barry in a shirt.
Yep, that's Barry right there.
Yep,
that good is Barry.
See, I look at this picture, and if I didn't know this man, because I feel like I intimately know him now, I would look at this picture and say, "Yep, that's a guy named Barry."
It's a guy named Barry. So anyway, excuse me.
He is according to. Oh, I'm just gonna read this.
Okay.
At least that's okay. It's easy to be the big mustard on campus.
Oh!
At least that's the word, according to Professor Mustard in the library with the mustard jar.
Oh!
Did he just like throw a clue pun?
Yeah,
in there?
but it's weird because there's already a Colonel Mustard, so like.
Why did he just go Colonel Mustard?
Like he could have been the Colonel.
Man, you really fucked up, Barry.
I mean, you're gonna give yourself a rank.
You have to shut this website down.
Anyway, so why all the fuss? Well, with more than 5,676 mustards from all 50 states and more than 70 countries, our collection of mustard history is a sight to behold. From the exquisite Gibbons collection of mustard pots to antique tins and jars and vintage advertisements, the National Mustard Museum is truly a shining temple to the King of Condiments. Located on Hubbard Avenue in the heart of downtown Middleton, Wisconsin. Middle America that never was more. The National Mustard Museum is typically open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week, except New Year's, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Of course, the online store never sleeps. Extended holiday hours every Thursday until Christmas. We're open late till 7. Oh, for holidays.
I'm gonna say, while you've been speaking, I've been also looking at various parts of this Poop on You.
You're still in the university.
And I think Barry might have really wanted to run with this condimentally yours slogan, because one of the sentences here, because he's acting like this is a real college. Yes, the kooky co-eds at America's Mustard College are always feeling a little condimental.
Oh! I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I think he's trying to go a pun of condiment and mental, because they're crazy about mustard. or maybe just crazy.
Good news for you,
No.
Kenny. The admission to the National Mustard Museum is free.
Oh, thank God.
They encourage a donation, and you can make a donation online to help us keep the mustard flowing for generations to come. So there you go.
I almost feel compelled to donate to Barry.
They do free mustard tastings, Kenny.
I mean, I technically could do that at the store too. Just, you know,
You won't
I
get
just be
these fucking
sly
mustards at
about
the
it.
store, all right?
well, I mean, I just general mustard.
Kenny, I'm looking at a
French's-
black truffled mustard.
Why?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Oh goddamn! Wow, I'm so happy that you've told me this story.
I am best friends with Barry Levinson.
I'm telling you, man, we gotta get him on the show now.
I mean, this is excellent.
I want him on the show.
But seriously, it was like a really what a nice thing to fucking do. Just like out of the
Yeah, like,
he's like
all joking aside.
yeah, that was like a really cool thing to do. Like, great, good for this dude. He's great.
I did like the part where he's talking to your voicemail and he realizes I probably shouldn't keep talking to the
He's just
machine
like,
it's
dude, he asked me a question, and then he just like doubled back, like, fuck it.
That'd be great if that was the actual message.
I'll just send it.
Hey man, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send you
I'm just gonna send it to you. I'm like, right on, dude. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you, Barry Levinson. Barry Levinson, friend to the show forever.
Yes.
I so proclaim him.
Our first celebrity endorsement
Yes.
is, well, I guess reverse endorse because we're endorsing him
Mm-hmm.
and his lovely mustard museum.
Yes. Yes.
Where I'm not gonna lie, if I was in Wisconsin, I probably would check it out because, as you said, in Wisconsin, what else are you gonna do? There's only so much cheese you can eat before you really just I can't do this now.
Yes. I don't even like mustard that much, but I do like the stuff that Mark gets there.
Yeah, no, there's quite a few mustards I've tried while I've been at your uncle's house.
And he is glad to like share it with a fellow enthusiast. He's like, yes, sir.
Now, enthusiast might be a bit of a strong word. Oh man. You know what you need to do for your uncle's birthday?
Yes.
You need to get him to the meeting with Barry.
You want to meet Barry?
Who's Barry? Oh, just a curator of a little thing called the Mustard Museum. And then watch him just shit his pants right there in happiness. Oh man, what a great way to open the show.
Thank you. I do what I can. I bring it for the show.
It's true.
For you, the people.
Stephanie. Mostly for you, Stephanie.
Mostly just for Stephanie.
Oh man, that was.
I can tell you a Stephanie story if you want. Like I don't want to bogart the podcast.
Oh, don't worry. There'll be time, plenty of time later to not be bogarted. So yes, please bogart away.
I was a hero the other day. Yesterday.
I've known you for a while.
Kenny, I was a fucking hero.
I'm gonna say, hard to believe.
Okay, so let me paint the scene. Okay, I'm home.
Please paint away.
It's like a little after 6. I'm getting hungry, so I got to start making dinner. I turned the stove on. I got my pan there, and I'm about to cut my bag open of my meal because I don't really cook per se. I buy meals that come in bags that you heat up in a skillet for 12 minutes and then you eat them because I'm lazy.
Hey, that shit is delicious.
Yes, it is. It is. So I get a phone call. And it's Stephanie, and she goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to eat dinner." And she goes, "I'm about to make dinner." And she goes, "Do you think you can give me a ride to the airport?" Her dad lost his badge where he works. If he loses his badge, you can't leave the facility without it. So you have to go to the security office.
So you're stuck there forever.
You're stuck. Yeah, exactly. They don't let you leave. No.
He's still there, actually.
Yeah, he's still there. No, he found his badge later. But so basically, he was supposed to give a ride to the airport. And could not. So I go, "Oh, okay. So when's your flight leave?" She goes, 7:25, and it's 6:00. And I was like, "Okay, let me change my shirt. Let me there in a few minutes."
No time, Jeff. Just have to come now.
Yep. Bye. No. So I had to gas up to make sure I could get to Oakland. So I'm like sitting there wasting time at the gas station, like and now it's always funny because like whenever you have to get somewhere fast is when the entire world is in your way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every red light ever.
Move! Suddenly, Port Chicago Highway. We're like going down Concord, Port Chicago Highway, where everyone is speed limit's 40, everyone does 50. Everyone.
Of course.
Everyone.
Of course.
Suddenly, I'm stuck behind the motherfucker who wants to do 35. And there's nowhere to go. You can't go around him because Bart's on one side and the median's on the other. You're fucked.
Yep, pretty much.
So I'm sitting there like riding this dude's ass, like doing that really obnoxious thing that I hate, where you get up beside someone's ass, like rev your engine real loud and then fall back, rev your engine real loud and fall back. And he's not getting it. He doesn't understand.
He's probably just like, what?
He's probably looking at butterflies or some shit. I don't know. Fucking moron. So I get to Stephanie's house. I roll up, call her. I'm so like on, man. Like the adrenaline's pumping. I'm so on that I call her. I call her as I'm driving down her street. And
good call.
I'm like, I'm here. Get in.
Get the fuck in the car.
And bam! She appears. She's in the car, and zoom, we're off. We run into a little bit of traffic on 880 to the airport. But like long story short, I got her there in time, even though her flight was delayed. It still would have been in time.
Nice.
And I'm a superhero.
You did a good deed.
Kenny, I performed a Christmas miracle.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Kenny,
Jeff.
I'm like Jesus, is what I'm saying.
Poor?
Attractive.
Poor?
And miraculous.
Poor?
And poor! Fuck you, Kenny!
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I too am like Jesus in that aspect.
A lot of us are.
Also like to hang out with hookers. Well, that is a fine tale. And I'm very glad that you were able to help Stephanie.
She was
able to get where she's going.
She's our fan. She had to get...
You got it.
She had to get to LA for Christmas.
You see, and the moral of the story, listening audience, is we'll do that for you as well if you listen to the show.
Yeah, really. I mean...
Yep.
I mean, within reason. Because, like, hey, I need a ride to the airport. If you're, like, in fucking Nebraska, I don't think I'm going to make you.
Might as well call Barry if you're
Yeah. Barry can probably help you out. That friend of the show.
He probably would, honestly.
Friend of the show, Barry Levinson.
buy a gift card from. Wait for him to call you.
Yeah.
Be like, actually, I don't want the gift card, but could you give me a ride to the
airport, man? What are you saying?
I'll buy 2 gift cards.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be there in a little bit.
Yeah, sweet. Or just one expensive gift card.
I'll buy like a $500 gift card.
That's quite the donation.
Oh man.
I mean, at that point though, you could probably just get like a.
I feel like at that point you just own a stake in the museum.
Yeah, well, like at that point you could have just gotten a fucking. Could have just gotten like an Uber or something like that, like for real.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't get to meet Barry.
Yeah, that's the other side.
Bigger picture, Jeff.
Yeah, you get a ride from the Barry Levinson.
Is she going to become the unofficial mascot of the show
now? I
hope so. But no, it was a good deed, Jeff.
Thank you. Do what I can. I'm a superhero.
You're okay.
I am.
Just because you have the tights doesn't make you the superhero.
Superhero.
You're okay.
Indestructible.
I'll give you like a. Actually, the light breeze would knock you over.
Indestructible.
Well, I'm pleased that you're a miracle.
Thank you.
And that you were able to help a friend in need. I don't have to mock you now.
Okay.
Anymore.
Okay.
I'll take back one of my mocks earlier because you were so nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a very terrible story. That is so much less fun than the 2 you have just told.
Oh,
but
well, I'm glad.
The spirit of the holiday.
I'm glad that you're telling it.
Well, actually, it's not that terrible. It's just it was a really boring time. I had my company Christmas party. Yesterday, and let me tell you.
Yes.
A dry Christmas party is. Well, that's a thing, all right.
A dry Christmas party.
Not just any old dry Christmas party. A dry Christmas party in which I could see booze on a shelf because we were at a bar. I don't know why we were at the bar.
That's just cruel and unusual, really.
Not only was it a dry Christmas party at a bar, but we were forced to stay there until 5 o'clock. We could not leave before.
You were not allowed to leave the dry Christmas party at a bar.
Their argument is because they were paying us as though we worked till 5. so we had to stay until 5.
That is just really fucking obnoxious.
And as our buddy Brandon said, that's not a party so much as it is a hostage situation.
Yeah. I think they held you hostage. I think that you're in trouble.
And the worst part about it was the head of HR got to leave early because she was, I think she was working in a soup kitchen or volunteering in a soup kitchen for the night. And my first thought was, "Fuck, I should have said that." But I did get to eat about 7,000 pounds of chicken wings and proceeded to partially start to black out because, oh my god, so many chicken wings.
Yes.
And also had the world's most oniony potato salad.
Ugh, gross.
I know it was a sneak attack because I didn't know there were that many onions in it.
Sneak attack.
But the food was decent. But oh my god, holy fuck! It was the most boring thing I've ever done.
Yeah, my Christmas party. I work in Berkeley. It's a holiday party. My holiday party. War on Christmas. My holiday party.
I work with a bunch of white people, so it's a Christmas party.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours long, and there was some wine and beer, but mostly just like
so jealous.
Mostly just chase drinking, but like there was also people bringing us food. Like it was catered.
Yeah, ours was catered as well, so that was good. I'm so jealous of your wet Christmas party.
Yeah, it was wet, all right.
Oh my, oh my.
Yeah, it was like because there was liquid, so it was wet.
Would you go to the water park?
Yes.
Sweet. But yeah, I was texting you and I was texting our friends Brandon, Lauren, and Beth Ann because I was just like I don't know what to do with myself. I'm so bored and I can't leave.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
But then your story has a happy ending.
It's true. Then I got to leave, and I got to cry because I was so bored. No, and then I got to hang out with Brandon, Lauren, and Beth Ann.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I know it was great.
I'm doing all these fucking good deeds over here, and whatever. Fine.
Hey, my good deed was I didn't kill anyone at this thing.
The life of a superhero is one of trials and tribulation.
I mean, look at Beth.
We don't do it for the rewards, Kenny. Oh. Even though I really like to be rewarded with an awesome dinner with Beth Ann, Laura, and Brandon.
Oh,
you can come
great.
too, I guess.
Well, I'll probably be driving Brandon. So. Oh, it was awesome. It was a great time. So glad it happened. I got to see those guys for the holiday before Beth Ann scooted up to her home, and then Laura went back to her home. Well, her mom's home.
Oh yes.
And then Brandon went back to where he lives with his wifey.
His wifey.
So yeah, it was awesome. It was totally made up for the awful Christmas party. So yeah, I don't have really much to say about it that was really bad. I just need to rant about it for a second because it's been built up in my system for the whole day.
I don't really have anything to say about it, but
I mean, I could keep talking about it, but the only real message is it sucked and I'm never gonna go again. I'm gonna have to call out that day next time. Yeah, I'm just not feeling good. Yeah, I just
feeling it.
What's wrong? I'm just not really feeling the party. I'm not gonna.
I just want to not be here. I would have had to sit down. Like, listen, what the serious fuck? Why on earth would you make
this? Is a good idea.
Why on earth would you guys make us go to a bar, stay here, and not allow us to drink? Like, what the hell?
And there was a white elephant party, or as we call it out here, Yankee Swap.
Yeah, I was trying to explain a white elephant to Dan and Becky, and they're like, "Oh, so it's a Yankee Swap," and I was like, "What the fuck is?"
No, it's a white elephant, like I said.
Yeah, come on. He is.
And there was a lot of booze at that thing, and I was talking to one of my coworkers because the person who got number one, for those of you who don't know, you draw numbers, and the person who goes also they played Yankee Swap wrong, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Person draws a number, and then whoever number one gets to go first, and they pick a gift, and then the next person goes up and picks a gift, and either can keep it or trade it, and you go through everyone, and then whoever went first gets to go up one more time, and if they want to trade, they can, or they can keep their gift, and then it's over. The way they played it was you picked a gift, and then you got to decide if you wanted to open it or if you wanted to trade, and I have never played that way. Every time I've done it, it's always been you open it and see if you want to keep it, or you can trade.
Oh, see, I have played it that way. When you first texted me about it, I thought you were saying that you had to trade it regardless.
Oh no!
I was like, that sucks. That sounds like it sucks.
No, but it's like I've never played it where you couldn't open the gift first and then decide if you want to keep. And someone got a fish.
No,
Still,
I need more information on the fish.
it was a beta and it was alive.
Okay, so
and it came with a bowl.
Okay, good.
It wasn't in water though, so that was a little awkward. No, it was in water. It wasn't just a floppy fish. But yeah, I was surprised. I've never seen anyone give a fish as a gift before in that situation. But yeah, there was a lot of booze there, and the person who got number one, she's like, "Well, the only gift that interests me is alcohol, but I can't take that, so I'm not going to trade," because she was only 20.
Oh.
And I'm like, you could just like take it and like not like tell anybody.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And then my coworker's like, "No, if she gets pulled over, it'll be taken." I'm like, yeah, that's why you don't like drive like a douchebag.
Yeah, don't get pulled over. Like, what are the chances?
Yeah, and then she's like, no, they'll pull over and take him. Like, you put it in your trunk, they won't see it, and like you don't give them consent to search your car. Like, problem solved.
Yeah.
And then she talked about this time she got arrested.
The 20-year-old?
And yes.
Shit.
I think she and her boyfriend got arrested because and they found booze in his car, or they found booze in his trunk. And they took him. Like, well, yeah, you can't search that probable cause. And it's like, and then she's like, well, he had like an open container. I'm like, yeah, there's probable cause. He had an open container in the car.
That is probable cause. Good job.
I'm not surprised you both got arrested.
Good job.
So yeah, it was interesting Yankee swap. Yeah, so moral of the story is don't work at my company because that's the Christmas party you have to be subjected to.
Don't work there.
But on that note, Merry Christmas and Happy other holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
I feel like we should get all the demographics.
Yes.
But I do hope, for this thing, I do hope the holiday is a nice one. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a good time with whatever you're planning on doing.
Can I tell you what Dan got me for Christmas?
If it's herpes, I already know about it.
No.
Okay.
He got me a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
You
revised.
can't read.
Huh?
You can't read.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's the revised 3rd edition.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he found it in like the clearance bin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Where the Barnes and Noble?
Oh, it's like a Pegasus. It's called Pegasus Books. It's a
oh, okay.
yeah, nice bookstore out here. But it is the anal pleasure and health book.
And
it's about anal sex.
I had not expected that.
It's the revised 3rd edition.
Now
With illustrations sometimes.
with ooh, I'm curious though, as the revised 3rd edition.
Yeah, like
Makes me feel like they wrote the book and then as soon as they published, they're like, oh shit, forgot about this thing. We should need to
forgot
put
about this thing. Well, the page that I've opened up to like 3 times without trying, and now I can't seem to find it again, was about fisting. Or,
hey, like what you
or
like.
as it can be called, handballing. I never knew that.
Now I just have this image of someone taking like one of those like blue racket balls and just stuffing it in someone's ass.
But with such sections as personifying the anus.
Wait.
And
Yeah. I'm stop you already. Personifying the anus.
anatomy of the anal muscles.
So, just to back up again quickly. When you personify the anus, do you put googly eyes on it?
Would you like me to? It's not the longest section. Would you like me to read it to you?
Yes, because I really want to know how the hell you personify an anus.
All credit. This is Anal Pleasure and Health by Jack Moran, PhD. It's a guide for men and women.
I will listen while I eat this chocolate-covered marshmallow.
Many of my clients have found it helpful to imagine that their anus is a personality of its own. Mine certainly does. Mostly angry at my toilet.
Well, much like you, we're just full of shit.
Oh!
Hey-o!
If you're unaware of your anus, what?
What the hell is that thing back there?
Okay, if you're unaware of your anus and it feels numb as if it weren't there, you can picture your anus as a stranger whom you need to get to know better.
It's just telling you just to give your ass to the stranger?
If your anus has been the source of pain and frustration, then your, quote, relationship has been one of tumult and conflict.
Okay, I feel like if your ass hurts like that, you have other problems you need to worry about.
I've been doing some of the stuff I talk about in this book.
You're probably not doing it very
I
well.
don't know.
It's not supposed to hurt. It's supposed to feel great.
Here we go. Here's the conceit. Although this may sound silly at first. Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to sound silly very long.
No, at first.
It's a useful metaphor. Initially, the goal is for you and your anus to become acquainted. This involves listening to what your anus is trying to communicate to you through muscle tension, unpleasant sensations, or irritated appearance.
I feel like when it talks about the anus trying to communicate with you, it's all it is just going, hey, hey, hey.
All my anus seems to. The only thing my anus seems to say to me is.
Just like when you take a shit and your ass is yelling at the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. It also involves treating your anus with the same respect you would give a friend, protecting it from pain and discomfort, discovering when it needs to be healthy, and willingly changing any behavior to which your anus responds negatively. Kenny, you wanted to know, motherfucker.
I have to say,
Oh, good. There's a chapter on feces.
Oh, nice. You should read that one. I have to say, there have been a couple times where I've been driving home and I really have to poop, where I've been like, okay, butthole. Just got to stay together on this one for me.
Come on, we're a team.
Come on, work with me, man. Come on. I promise we'll get home and you can at least just wait till we get home.
Here we go. I got some more for you. Let me see.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
People who adopt this perspective usually find that a sense of goodwill toward the anus is associated with relaxation, an increase in comfort, and pleasurable sensations, whereas alienation and hostility breed tension.
So like angry fisting.
Once you establish an
piece of shit.
Once you establish an intimate relationship with your anus, intimate friendship with your anus.
Oh God!
You can
what is that even?
You can abandon the idea that you and your anus are separate. Bill said, "Since I've started paying attention to my anus, I've developed a buddy-buddy feeling about it. It's the last part of my body I've gotten to know. My connection with myself is now more complete. The power of tactile and visual anal self-exploration to counteract the anal taboo becomes increasingly pronounced through repetition. Don't be surprised if it takes a while to get over the self-consciousness of doing what you may never have done before. Only when self-consciousness gives way to genuine curiosity can you derive maximum benefits. If you can build simplified versions of these looking and touching experiences into your everyday life, you'll be richly rewarded."
I don't even know how. Wow.
Kenny, I want you to develop a relationship with your anus so that on the next podcast you can talk about it.
But I have already.
Is it?
Hey!
Is it contentious and tumultuous?
It depends what I eat that day.
You want to hear about feces?
Like going to Chipotle?
Oh, feces is kind of long. You want to hear about feces?
Yes, please do. Please tell me while I eat this Tootsie Roll.
Okay. I'm glad you have all this stuff handy. The most prevalent attitudes that block enjoyment of...
Damn it, I should have gotten a salted nut roll.
Oh, salted butt roll in there, right? It's the only candy that goes in the same way it comes out.
I think it might actually look a little better when it comes out.
It wasn't... Although I gotta say, it wasn't bad tasting.
No, it was pretty good.
It was very salty.
Pretty good. Yep, not gonna lie, the name is pretty much spot on.
Feces. The most prevalent attitudes that block enjoyment of rectal stimulation are the ones we have towards feces. Shit, if I may be blunt. You may. I mean, honestly, you're writing a book that's anal pleasure and health, and we're on page 116 here, and yeah, you can be blunt by now. It's fine.
To be fair, though, it's not like he really gave us a choice.
Yeah.
Like he already wrote it. Like, we can't make him unwrite
fuck
it.
You, I'm being blunt. Should have said. You probably confronted concerns about feces when you first touched your anus. But rectal stimulation, reaching farther into the unseen interior of your lower digestive tract, is more likely to trigger intense reactions. Some people can't help but see rectal experimentation as a threatening descent into a mysterious netherworld of the intestines. Perhaps punctuated by taboo images of darkness, dread, and defilement. Peter got right to the point. I just don't think I should be messing around in there. I get the eerie sense of being where I'm not supposed to be. It's creepy. Oh.
I've never thought the anus was a creepy place.
I think it's creepy.
I know it's not for everybody.
Clearly, such reactions, to the extent that you have them, aren't going to make rectal exploration any easier. As with other strong emotions, vehement denial of their existence suggests that you're not dealing with them. If you continue to keep them outside of consciousness, they're likely to haunt you in the form of persistent tenacious attention or tenacious avoidance.
How do you... What?
Here we go.
You're not aware you have an ass. I don't understand.
So
Or you deny you have
you're
an
just
ass.
avoiding the poop.
Nope, I don't poop. Not my thing.
Freud, here we're getting real now. Freud and many others have observed that infants show no particular disgust with feces because they're babies. They don't have brains yet. Their skulls aren't even... Anyway, sorry. They readily play with them or even take pride in them as gifts. I don't know much about children, but really?
I've interacted with children a fair amount.
There's another reason not to have them around.
Right, exactly. But I have interacted with children a fair amount, but I've never had one of them present me with poop as a gift. Or present me with poop ever. So I don't know what the fuck that guy's done.
I don't know.
I'm a little concerned.
Reasons. Good God. I mean...
Are there any other gems you'd like to share?
I mean, feces goes on for a while.
It tends to.
Let me see. Yeah, right. I just found it. Hang on. Let me find it. I want to get to fisting.
Well, Jeff, buy me dinner first. Damn.
Nope, we're doing it now.
Can I get my lube at least?
Good God. Let's see here. Let's see here. Aging and anal pleasure. Whoa.
Oh my.
This is a long one too.
Lots to cover, apparently.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about old people having anal sex.
The worst grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh no. Oh my. There it is. Fisting.
I have so many Tootsie Rolls.
Fisting, parenthetical, handballing. What a good book. No one's ever gotten a good Christmas present like this before.
I don't understand why handballing gets me so much in that context.
Here we go. If you notice, I'm using my my textbook reading orating voice.
Oh, lovely.
The colon is of particular interest to those experimenting with a form of anal rectal stimulation, properly called fisting, fist fucking, or handballing. This activity involves gradually relaxing the anal muscles. I hope so.
Yeah, don't just... Okay, pro tip, everyone. Don't just shove that...
Just go right in there. The minivan.
Remember, give her the minivan, kids. That's 2 in the front, 5 in the back.
Until several fingers and eventually the whole hand and occasionally even the forearm can enter the rectum and colon.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos where that happens, and let me tell you, that is just fucking weird.
Well, Kenny, the term fisting is a misnomer because practitioners do not enter a partner's rectum with a closed fist,
but
rather with an open hand, allowing the fingers to be used gently as probes. How fucking gentle could that possibly be?
Well, okay, let's go back up a second. Okay, if it's not fisting, then why the fuck is it called handballing? Like, there's no ball in your hand when you do that.
The awareness, gentleness, and trust recommended for all anal exploration are doubly important for safe experimentation with fisting. Those who wish to explore handballing, as givers or receivers, will find the exercises and information in this book useful, but additional knowledge and guidance is required to do this safely. Now, Kenny, there's an asterisk here because there's a footnote at the bottom of the page for additional reading.
Oh, good.
So
take note, everyone.
Here we go. The only book devoted to anal fisting is Bert Herman's Trust, the Handbook, a guide to the sensual and spiritual art of handballing.
I cannot think of a more apt title for that subject.
Trust.
Trust.
Those who are curious about fisting can also find many sites on the World Wide Web.
You should be selective at what you find, because not all of them are going to be scientific information. Actually, I will say probably most of them aren't going to be. Actually, what you should do, kids, is just Google anal fisting and just click on the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, just the first thing.
Yep.
Although significant numbers of people, especially but by no means exclusively gay men, are experimenting with fisting, relatively few people appear to be able to relax sufficiently to accommodate something as large as an entire hand. No shit.
Can't say I blame them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to shove your fist in my ass? Well, I better relax.
Those who do enjoy fisting sometimes become devoted enthusiasts. Receivers of fisting report deeply satisfying sensations of fullness and pressure, and often describe it as the ultimate experience of receptivity. Fistees frequently mention the environment of total surrender, trust, openness, and him being the object of lavish and extended attention. Those who do the fisting also speak about the extraordinary trust involved, along with a unique sense of control as their partners let go of all resistance. Hopefully not all resistance, or else, something else is going to come out with their hand.
Yep.
Some also say that having total responsibility for another's well-being can be a profound emotional experience.
You can do that in so many other ways, though.
Yeah, you choke them.
Yeah. Do both at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed that fisters usually don't seem quite as wildly enthusiastic about it as some of the receivers, although some are highly stimulated by exploring deep inside their partner's body.
Yeah, I can't imagine, what do you really like? I love to shove my fist in an ass.
Yeah.
It really gets me a boner.
Accommodating several fingers or a hand in the rectum and possibly the colon requires tremendous self-awareness, relaxation, and trust. Some describe the experience as a form of meditation or spiritual odyssey.
I have to meet these people.
A handballing session takes time. Several hours isn't unusual.
Well, yeah, I would say if you don't want to rip anything.
Gentleness and patience, it's definitely not a quickie. No quick handballing, Kenny.
Oh, but that's the only kind of handballing I'm good at.
Unfortunately, many fisting enthusiasts haven't developed the sensitivity and self-awareness necessary for doing it safely. Instead, they rely on large doses of drugs and often use force, sometimes tolerating considerable pain. These problems are intensified when rough or rapid movements are employed.
You know what? I got shit to do. We gotta get this over with.
Like other forms of rectal stimulation, fisting can be quite dangerous when attempted with drugs or force, or without being thoroughly attuned with oneself. It goes on, but we're starting to get into the science behind it. If you want to hear about that, or
I don't know, it may not be as funny.
well, very little research has been done on either the positive or negative effects of fisting.
What?
One investigator, that's Lowry, 1981, collected questionnaires from 102 males involved in fisting. The average respondent had been active for nearly 4 years, with 40% participating at least once a week.
Oh, God.
37% were inserters, most often, while 18% were usually receivers. 45% experienced both roles equally. 24% had even received two hands simultaneously.
Jesus. Wow.
Three of the men reported bowel perforation from fisting, probably because they had two hands up their ass, requiring hospitalization. Extrapolating from his findings, the investigator speculated that there may be one serious injury per 2,000 fisting episodes. 85% described their fisting experience in extremely positive terms. A few of the men mentioned that fisting seemed to improve their anal health by promoting deep relaxation. Oh, then it starts talking about AIDS.
Oh, that's not as funny. Oh.
And then I turn the page, and there's just a bunch of illustrations of different anal things. Like a vibrating butt plug with external battery pack.
No, well, that's good. You don't want that battery pack to get loose.
There's also the regular butt plug, the small vibrator inserted in soft, flexible sleeve, and the soft vibrator with batteries inside.
Nice. I like it.
There you go. There's a chapter on homophobia. Listen, I want to be clear. I want to be clear. I don't want to have anybody put anything up my asshole because I'm homophobic. I just don't want anything put up my asshole.
Well, that's not what you were telling me the other day.
Kenny, I'm pretty certain I kept screaming, "No, please don't stop."
Yeah, that's what you said. No, please don't stop.
God damn it. Commas are important.
Emphasis is wonderful.
Ugh.
That is truly the meaning of Christmas.
So there you go, Kenny.
I feel so much more
I can't
learned.
wait to get a bookshelf to put this on it.
I want that to be the only book on your
So
bookshelf.
God willing, a woman does come to my room and she goes, "Nope," and leaves. It's because of this. And I'm like, "No, wait, it was a gift."
She's gonna do that. She's gonna do that thing that that Abe Simpson does when he enters the room and sees Bart, and then does the 360 and walks out.
Yep. Although, if she walks in and goes, "Yeah," I'm like, she's like, "Oh, you have the third edition?" I'm like, "Whoa,
Whoa! What have you heard?
what?"
You only have the third edition? Someone's behind.
Whoa! What's new? Well, they've extended the chapter on handballing quite significantly.
They extended the chapter on feces a lot. I've eaten so much chocolate while you've been talking about it.
I bet you have.
Mm-hmm. I like what I like.
Oh, God. You should do some talking now. I'm spent. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know how to top that. Or bottom it.
Oh, I can talk about. I got the white elephant Christmas gift that I'm gonna hand out that people actually like this time.
You should. You had mentioned that.
Well, usually you and I will go to like the dollar store and just buy $20.
And I am so
things.
goddamn mad you got rid of that bag. I got. Well, I didn't specifically get it for Jeff, but you ended up with it.
Yes.
I got a bag that had to be about 4 feet tall.
Yeah. For
a big Santa bag. For $1.
Yeah.
It was so worth it.
Well, we were poor, so we wanted to make sure we got something.
But it was funny.
Yeah,
that was the best part.
It was the best part. But this time I found a Munchkin version of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I did not know they make that. That's awesome.
I just found it at Half Price Books the other day in Berkeley, so I didn't know either. So anybody who wins this will enjoy it at this party. So there's that.
Yeah, but Jeff, the point is to not enjoy it.
Well, whatever. Especially since there's only like 4 people going to the party thus far. Zach is a maybe.
Get into a white album with 4 people.
Well, we're doing it. It's happening. Zach is a maybe, so it could be 5. Stephanie put herself down as a maybe, even though she's definitely not going to make it.
She just wants to feel included.
Yeah, I guess so. Zach's not been feeling well. He's been under the weather lately. So far,
well, about that.
Me, Marissa, Stephanie, and me, Marissa, Crystal, and Eric.
It's just gonna be you and Marissa.
Yeah.
Best white elephant ever.
Loneliest white elephant Christmas ever.
You pick up your gift and then just trade for yours. I know, pick up her gift, trade for yours. Like, actually, I want mine.
I want mine back. Oh shit.
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger posts on Facebook, doesn't give a fuck if you don't believe in climate change.
Man, hell, I gotta agree with that, man. I agree with that sentiment. Don't give a fuck if you don't believe in it. Well, I guess we can say now, to bring the mood down, because that's what we're all about.
Sure.
We'd like to wish Princess Leia herself, Carrie Fisher,
yes,
a get well soon.
Yes.
Because apparently, although she has been upgraded to stable condition, which is great news,
yes,
because
fantastic.
This year can go fuck itself. I get it. You were the best year ever. You win. You don't need to compete anymore. But she apparently had a massive heart attack or some kind of cardiac.
She had I don't think it was massive. I think it's all I've heard is just heart attack.
I read a couple things that said it was some kind of massive cardiac of some massive cardiac episode. I don't know if it was specifically a heart attack but basically a big heart issue of some kind occurred. I put her in the hospital. She was in critical condition for a little while, but she has been moved to stable. So very, very good news, which I am totally okay with.
It's been updated. Let me see here. Let's see here.
So hoping that she gets better and can survive the next 8 days at least. Yes, and I wish her the best, and I hope that she recovers, and I hope that she has a fine Christmas or whatever holiday she celebrates. I don't know.
Who knows?
I assume Christmas.
Who knows?
But no, I really hope that she gets better, because I would really hate to see something awful happen to her. Because I do love Carrie Fisher. She is fucking awesome, and you should, if you don't already, you should follow her on Twitter, because she just does give no fucks.
I wonder if she handballed Harrison Ford.
They did apparently sleep together.
Yeah, they were fucking on set. Which is made it a little worse because she was like 17 when they filmed The New Hope, and he was like married with 2 kids.
That's fine.
And like,
hey, age is nothing but a number.
He was
baby.
Already like in his mid-30s, I think, when they did New Hope.
Do you think he shot first?
Yes.
All over?
Yes.
Ah! Harris, I don't like that. I know.
I know. Oh, I forgot. I'm now gonna follow Carrie Fisher and Carrie Fisher's dog, Gary the dog, on Twitter.
Gary the dog has a Twitter?
Yeah, he's got a Twider. Gary is more famous than she is these days. He has 401 tweets. This dog has 398 more tweets than I do.
Well, you need to step up your game, son.
Yeah, I know.
Gary the dog. Carrie Fisher's dog.
Oh, it's such a sad tweet. 8 minutes ago, he tweeted, "I'll be waiting right here, Mommy." He's waiting for her to come.
No!
Oh,
also, I have to say, he is like the most adorable French bulldog ever.
Oh, it's so cute.
And then he tweeted like an hour ago, the latest on Mommy.
Yes, he calls her Mommy. I'm sure.
Oh, man. I'm sure. It's still adorable.
Yeah.
I do like her bio on Twitter. It says, "There's no room for demons when you're self-possessed." Oh, man. She is awesome. So, yes, I'm hoping... I wish her a very speedy recovery. And I hope all goes well. And I hope that she gets out of this A-okay.
Yes. And then she gets to come home to Gary soon.
Because, goddammit, how can you can't make that dog upset.
God, he's so good.
Oh, man, his Twitter header is awesome. It's just a picture of him with his tongue, like, all kinds of...
Why is his tongue always out?
Dude, he is probably high all the fucking time.
Oh, someone made a fake Star Wars toy, like action figure from like Kenner style, and it's just Gary, the Carrie Fisher's bulldog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, good job, Gary.
Good job, Gary, and good luck, Carrie. Wish you the best. Hope you get out of this one okay.
That is true. She named him Gary because it sounded like he's Gary Fisher, like Carrie Fisher. That's why she did that.
Because she's a smart lady.
And she knows what's what.
She knows what's good. Speaking of good.
Okay.
Like that segue.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's right. This afternoon I saw the Rogu one.
Yes.
And I have to say it was pretty dang awesome.
I saw it last week. It was awesome. I feel. Really dug it. Like I like people are kind of pissed off that there's no crawl. Oh yeah. By the way, spoilers.
Spoilers abound in this.
Spoilers to all, because clearly, if you haven't noticed by now, we just spoil movies. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, I mean, sometimes, most of the time, it's just hard to talk about things without like telling you what happens in the day.
Exactly. I mean, well, like, let's be real. They get the plans.
Like, if you've seen episode 4,
yeah,
you know pretty much what happens in episode 3.5.
And if you haven't seen episode 4, we don't want you listening to this podcast. Go watch episode 4.
The only thing I can say if you haven't seen episode 4 is what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna slap you upside your head. Go see the damn movie.
Tell you about my Native American tribe. Slap a hoe.
But yes, it was awesome. And another spoiler. I'm sad because everyone dies in this movie.
Everyone does die.
Which I kind of saw coming because...
Well, because they're not in the movies.
Well, they're not in the movies, but I mean, it's like there was no way to keep them alive and have the film work because you don't see them again. So you'd be like, okay, well, what the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
So they all die. And I hope to see a prequel to this film in which the blind man Chirrut and K2SO have a buddy cop film. Because they were fucking awesome.
Yes. Donnie Yen's the man.
Oh, he was so good.
And that was Alan Tudyk.
Yes. I didn't realize that at first. But he did such a good job.
Tore it up, baby. It was sad when that was the saddest death was when K2SO died. You're like, no!
I have to say, though, I really...
He went down like a boss, too.
He did. I have to say, I hate when characters die because, I'm the guy who gets attached to them because I have emotions and stuff for fake people.
Yes.
But I thought all the deaths were really... I thought they were pretty meaningful. I thought they were well done. I didn't feel like anything felt hokey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because since they had to happen, I'm glad they happened in the way they did, because it did, I feel like, give the end of the film a lot more meaning.
Yeah.
With the way that, because they didn't just like, oh, you have to die now. It's like,
yeah.
like their deaths meant something to the plot. They didn't just die to die.
Yeah, they like, and those guys have been through the ringer at that point, especially Jen Erso.
Yeah.
So like, like it was a like well, first off, I like how everyone got pissed off that like there's no crawl at the beginning, but they're not going to do that for any of these asides because they're not part of,
because they're not part of
like the main plot, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
a Star Wars story. It's a story set in the
Yeah.
Star Wars universe.
I was bummed they didn't do it, just because I like to see those, but I mean, you can't really expect them to do that for the one-offs.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like it was a Star Wars story, and it was nothing like any Star Wars movie I've ever seen before. It didn't. It had, the only like Star Warsy elements, like repeating cliche themes they always do, like is I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
And they cut him off. K2SO has a line or something like that where he goes, "I have a bad feeling." Shut up. They cut him off.
Or yeah, there was one where he's trying to he's
Trying to tell the odds.
Yeah. No, what's his name? Arter? What the fuck was his name? K2SO's cohort. I can't.
Oh, I can't remember his name either. We're bad at this.
Main male character, that guy.
Yes.
He's trying to take
Dude with accent.
away. Dude with accent, number one.
Yes.
He's trying to take Jin's blaster away because she's not supposed to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of gives up because she's like, she makes the point, like, we're going to a war zone, kind of need this. And then K2SO is like, you want to know the probability that she's going to shoot you with that? No.
No, I don't.
It's very
Very
high.
high.
It's very high she's going to shoot.
It's very high.
No, I thought all the characters were done really well, especially for a film where I don't know about, I don't want to say they don't have any importance to the Star Wars universe, because obviously they do in the canon of the films, because they're the reason that they can stop the Death Star. But in the overall timeline of these films have been going on for the past 30, 35 years. Like, they don't really have a lot of importance because they're these no-name characters you're never going to see again.
Yeah.
But they all felt so very well done, and nothing felt overlooked about them. No part of them felt unnecessary. And I thought the dialogue between the characters was really well done and felt really fresh and didn't feel forced or wooden. I thought the character interactions were good. I loved Forrest Whitaker's character, Saw Gerrera. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I didn't like about the film is that he didn't have more screen time. I was hoping he'd be in the film.
Well, like,
but I get why he was.
That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about, is that the reshoots changed the film dramatically. It looks like like there was supposed to be more Forrest Whitaker, and like you can watch, if you watch the trailers, like he looks different from when they reshot. In the trailers, he's like, he's still the old version of Saul Guerrero, but he's like he's bald.
Yeah.
Instead of having like the massive white gray fro thing going on.
Massive Morgan Freeman hair thing going on.
Exactly. He looks like Shepard Book from Firefly.
He really did.
He lifts his hair up.
I thought his voice was awesome too.
People are making fun of his performance. I don't know why.
What? How? Why?
I don't know.
His performance is great. What was there to make fun of?
Oh.
Is it because he talked kind of raspy? I don't know.
Because he did have a weird cadence, but like he was playing a weird dude. Let's be real.
He's playing a weird dude who's old.
Yeah, a weird dude who's been fighting a war by himself. Yeah. Like he's basically playing an extremist who's been hiding and has been in hiding in a deep-seated paranoia for his entire life.
Yeah. There's also, as he like at one point he's like, "You're here to kill me. There's not much of me left." Like he's mostly robot at this point.
Yeah.
So obviously he's going to have an odd cadence to his voice and odd mannerisms.
Pretty much he played like a guy who's like PTSD.
Yeah.
He played PTSD.
PTSD, the character. But yeah, no, I thought all the characters were really well done. And yeah, I do have a gripe that he wasn't in the film more. But I still think even with the little amount he was in, he still had a pretty impactful performance. And you can see that, you can see the importance that his character has. And he doesn't feel unnecessary to the plot, obviously, because he is very important. If you see the film, you realize how important he is. Because he saves Jin, basically allows the sword to happen because he saves her.
Yeah. He like the movie, the reshoots. Like I think it changed a lot about Jen Erso's character.
Mm-hmm.
Like they also took out some of the best parts that I wanted to see. Like when she goes like, "It's a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel." That line doesn't exist in the film. That awesome scene where she's like fucking ballsy walking up to a TIE fighter as it like flies at her, or is like hovering in the air.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on.
I'm really bummed that wasn't in it, because that would have been such a good scene.
But like they left it in minus the TIE fighter, so she's just walking down a game plank basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Man, I loved I loved Mads Mikkelsen's character in that.
Yeah. Although,
And
every time I see him, I think he's playing a madman.
it's the sequel to Death
He
Stranding.
looks just a little unhinged, you know. Like every time I see him, he's like a little unhinged.
He's like one bad day away from just
Yeah, exactly.
out of his fucking mind.
He could at any moment just flip out.
Well, he flipped out and he built a giant super weapon. So
Well, he didn't flip out for that. Although we finally have a reason. We finally have a canon reason as to why the Death Star had such an obvious flaw.
I did like that, because one thing I had seen a lot of people were saying is that they explained a very huge plot hole in the original trilogy in a clever way. I'm like, okay, I'm really curious what the thing they explained, because no one would say what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So then I saw the film today, and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. Oh, that does make a lot of sense now.
Yeah, like just
why they would do.
Yeah, there's a reason why the Death Star had a flaw. He built it in there.
Built it in a way that no one would find it.
Yes.
Too. So still a little a little silly, a little plot armory, but I still think I think it's good that they attempt to explain it, because I mean, Star Wars is this big fantasy universe. You don't need logic for everything. So I'm glad that they did try to explain it and not get too deep into it. They're like, okay, yeah, I built this flaw into it. That's all you need to know. So no, I thought it was a good way to explain away that and make the ending to Episode 4 make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But no, I thought I loved and I loved the interaction that Chirrut and was it Baze, I think his name was?
Yeah.
His the military guy. Hold on, let me see if I can look this up. Yes, Baze Melvis. I thought they were so good together.
Dude, his fucking repeating blaster.
I want that thing so bad.
He had to wear that giant pack just to make sure he could like shoot that fast.
Oh, that was such a good weapon.
Taking a whole squad, no miss.
I was baffled that stormtroopers could actually fucking hit anybody in this.
Yeah, no, there's stormtroopers like they have the best shots in the galaxy right there.
What happened between this and Episode 4? Like, they just fell the fuck off.
What happened is Baze killed them all.
He killed all the ones that could shoot.
Yeah, he took their asses out.
No, I loved his character. I loved the interaction that he and Chirrut had. I thought, I don't know, I just thought their characters worked so well together. They were so interesting. And one thing I was really curious about, because one of the characters is a pilot. He's a rebel. He's a pilot who rebels, and he basically turns on the Empire, and he's trying to deliver a message, which is how we find out that the Death Star has the big weakness. Mm-hmm. He's trying to deliver it to Saw, and so to basically find out if he's really telling the truth, Saw puts him in this room with this giant octopus tentacle thing.
Yeah, and it makes you like, the only downside is it makes people crazy.
So it's like a little extreme. But it's like I was thinking, like, is this supposed to be like a permanent thing? Because at one point he basically regains composure.
Yeah, he gets it back.
But I was wondering, like, is this supposed to be like a permanent thing?
Yeah, because he gets brain raped by an octopus alien. What do you want?
Well, so I was wondering, like, is going to be a permanent condition where he just basically doesn't remember anything about himself anymore?
But he was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth.
Hooray!
He did lie. All right. But and I thought the action scenes were great, especially the first scene when you see Chirrut's ability to fight, and he just whoops ass on like 12 stormtroopers at once. No, it was a really good. The fight scenes were good. The action scenes were good.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me.
I really thought someone was going to hit him when he kept saying it.
No, because the Force is with him, and he understands that.
True. It's true. Uh, a really, really good film overall. Couple odd parts. I thought Grand Moff Tarkin as a whole was odd.
Yeah.
Only because he was very, very clearly CGI.
Yeah, there was a little uncanny valley stuff going on.
Spoiler alert: Peter Cushing, the man who played Grand Moff Tarkin, died 22 years ago.
Just so everyone knows.
Just so everyone knows.
Dead.
That's why they had to use CGI.
That's why he looked a little weird, like you hadn't noticed.
I give them major props though for trying to keep him in the film.
Yeah.
Because he is kind of a vital part to the original trilogy.
Yeah, and the Death Star in general.
And the Death Star, as you would imagine. Yeah. So I'm glad that they used him and didn't try to just explain like, oh, he's away. That's why he's not in the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little uncanny valley.
There were times where it was okay. Like it was like, okay,
Yeah, there were a couple of moments where like you watch it and like it didn't look CGI. You're like, okay, that's fine. But then it'd be like some kind of shot where they show his full face.
Yeah, they probably
like,
should have just done less of that. Like, less full face.
Or if you're gonna do full face, don't sit on it for very long because I feel like if they hadn't sat on it for maybe more than a couple seconds, your brain wouldn't have had time to recognize that maybe there's something off here.
Maybe if they had like more shots of just him like looking out a window or something like that.
Yeah, because the couple scenes where they had the back of his head, and you can see his reflection when he's looking out the window.
That was fine. Those
were fine. Those were well done. You could obviously tell anything was off about it.
I mean, you could get away with like in Tron, the second Tron movie. Legacy, thank you. I almost said Revelations. I'm like, no.
Tron Revelations.
It's the third Tron movie they'll never make, but I wish I could see.
I'd see that. Oh man, I wish they would.
I liked that movie. I'm saying it. Yeah, I like Tron.
Yeah, sidebar, I don't give a fuck. That movie was awesome.
I liked it. It was cool.
You could all suck it if you didn't.
I want more Tron in my life.
I want all the Tron. I still forget that's a Disney franchise.
Yep. Anyway, so when they did the CG version of the dude,
Jeff Bridges.
I'm not good at names today. I'm sorry. When they do the CG version,
I think his name was Clue in the film.
Clue, yeah. When they do the CG version of young Jeff Bridges, though, they youngified him. They had Jeff Bridges in the scene and they youngified his face. They did the same thing in with Agent Carter and not Anthony Hopkins, Dennis. No, and Ant-Man.
Michael
Douglas. They did the same thing. They youngified him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. But that they did that just by having him do the scene and then CGIing a younger face over him.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it made sense and it worked. But this time they conjured a man who was dead from the ashes.
They are necromancers,
and
or liches, I guess, if they're already undead.
It's just a little odd. Like it's just kind of like.
They use it. I will say I did like the way they did it because they used a ton of images for this, and they got basically they had his estate do the work for them because they let his estate take over, and every like little minute detail about his face, they would let them change it as they needed it.
And true to form, they didn't show his boots.
No, they did not.
Because in all the scenes in A New Hope that you don't see Peter Cushing's feet, it's because he refused to wear the boots because they weren't comfortable and he was in his slippers.
You know why? Because he's Peter goddamn Cushing.
Because he was slumming it on that movie, man.
But what a place to slum it.
So was what's his name who played Obi-Wan Kenobi? God.
Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness. At the time, he was like a really famous.
Yeah, they were
huge get.
Academy Award-winning actors.
Yeah, huge get for this movie, this weird ass movie that everyone thought would fail.
Especially one of them who was only in 1.5 films anyway.
Yeah.
But oh man,
they were sitting there like, "This is stupid."
Yeah, who'd you get for your film? Oh, just some guy named Alec Guinness, another guy named Peter Cushing. Oh, just them? Yeah. I don't know.
No, they were like on the set, like actively making fun of the movie, saying it was stupid and didn't make any sense and all that stuff.
You know what? If I were George Lucas and I could get those two, they could make all the fun of my film they want.
But they were still like consummate professionals and just.
Absolutely.
They were like, well, the money's green or whatever whatever pounds look like.
I think they're multicolored depending on which.
Well, they're multicolored now. What were they like in the 70s? I guess.
I think they're made of rocks.
They were actual pounds.
they actually gave you just pounds of fat.
Yeah.
Here's a salt brick and your pound of fat. Oh, lovely.
Boom.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was really good that they took the time to get the okay from his estate and actually let them have pretty much all of the say in the film. So I would say to do their best to honor the memory of Peter Cushing, because like I say, he is very, very vital to the film.
Although in
to
reality, he would probably hate it.
Probably would have, but he's dead. So what's he gonna do?
Yeah, fuck him, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Dead man. Dead people can't text, Kenny.
It's true, they can't. I kept telling Jeff that I was in a coma and I would passed out in the snow, and then he kept telling me that this was at the Christmas party, and then he would tell me that he gets all my stuff, and I said no, I willed it to my big stuffed tiger.
Then I get your stuff back, so I get all your stuff.
And then I said no, you can't, because that's what the lawyer said. And then you said dead people can't text, and I texted.
Yeah. Becky liked that one. People in comas can't text, Kenny. There you go. Better.
But the only part of the film I really didn't like was when you finally meet Darth Vader in the film, and the general's talking to him, and Darth Vader's leaving, and the general makes a comment, and then Darth Vader starts doing his force choke thing, and he makes a really bad choke pun.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it took me out of the scene because I'm like, that is not something Darth Vader would have said.
No, he would have just threatened him overtly, and then walked off.
Yeah, he would have said I've altered the deal. Pray do not alter. Like that, he would have said something like that. He would have made a fucking choke pun and then left, or he would have just outright killed him. Yeah, because he's fucking Darth Vader.
He's Darth Vader.
He is Garth Brooks. He's Garth Brooks.
That's Seth Vader, that is. No, it's Jeff Vader. That's Jeff Vader, that is.
But that was the only part of the film I really didn't like, and just because I love puns, as you well know, listeners of the show, and Jeff, I love puns, but it just took me right out of the scene immediately when he said that, because I'm like, no, it's not something Darth Vader would say. Boo that writer. But they did give James Earl Jones because I honestly don't think I think if they couldn't have gotten him, they wouldn't have had Vader in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, someday James Earl Jones is going to die, and then we're going to have to CG
nope.
his
You
voice.
take that. You take that back. You take that back.
It's just like,
they'll do what they did in Episode 7 when they had Alec Guinness speak in that film.
Yeah, they'll just use a bunch of sound bites of James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Vader can only speak in words he's already said before.
Don't have him say anything new.
Yeah, I can't say anything new now.
You can't say "I love you, Luke." Like, no, can't have that.
Can't have that. Not allowed.
But I did like Darth Vader in the film. I thought his placement in the film was well timed, and I thought it was good. It didn't feel unnecessary. It didn't feel like they're just trying to be like, "Hey guys, remember this?"
Yeah.
Like, it really felt necessary and important to the film. And I think it worked because you didn't have him on the screen a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really wanted. I mean, I'm a huge Vader fan. He's one of my favorite movie characters ever. So I would take a film that's just 2 hours of Darth Vader being Darth Vader. But I knew that's not going to work for this film because that's not the purpose of the film. So I think they used him the right amount of time to give you the sense of the universe and this time period, but not enough to take away from what the film is supposed to be about. Mm-hmm. And I thought the scene at the end with him, where it's getting into A New Hope. It's pretty much right at the
more CG. We got CG Carrie Fisher at the very end of the movie.
Yes,
and it looked worse than. I mean, let's be.
I don't think it actually looked that bad.
I don't know, man. I was like, oh, okay.
At least for me, compared to Peter Cushing, it was
like they had, but she's alive. They had an opportunity to youngify her.
Well, according to several articles I've seen, and I think she posted them on her Twitter account, that she was just too old to do it. Like, they couldn't.
Oh no!
Apparently, time was not kind enough to her to youngify her.
Damn.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I said. That's fucking harsh, people.
Double damn it. Then she had a heart attack.
Maybe I wouldn't know, because the articles came out a while ago. So
it's their fault.
It is their fault. I'll blame them anyway. Yeah. But I thought the scenes at the end when you're getting Darth Vader invading the ship with his boarding party, I thought, it was so good.
Yeah, the way they just tied it all together.
Mm-hmm. But the way they tied it together and the scene as a whole with the way he fights off the crew, that while he invades. Oh, it was so good.
They're like screaming
Uh,
too. I'm like that scene where like he's banging on the door like, "Help us!" And I'm like, "Help them! Take the stupid disc, you idiot!"
well, that's what I love. Like they're trying to open the door. It's like, no, just take the
hand
thing
them
and go.
disc. You're dead. I'm gonna let you know right
They're-
now, dude. You are a dead man. Hand that
All of
dude
those-
the disc.
All those people are going to die. Just take the disc and leave.
Take the disc.
Like-
Take the disc from him and book it. You got
But
you got places to go with it. You got a droid to give it to.
but I loved that
Time
scene
paradox.
because like, oh fuck, I hate those. But I loved it because it's like it's such a short scene with Vader's using his lightsaber, but you get this real sense of just the pure brutality of who Darth Vader is because he just runs train on these people.
Yeah.
And just like so much force throwing and
Pretty
lightning,
rough.
not lightning, but blaster shots and it was a fucking nightmare.
He wrecked house.
But he did it. It was it's so good. It worked for me because it worked for who his character is, but it just didn't feel overdone and didn't feel out of place. I think that's the one thing I really took away from this is all the little nods to the earlier films and all the new characters. Like nothing really felt out of place. Everything felt like where it should be and was done the way it should have been done. And I don't, with the exception of that one Darth Vader line, which is still going to bug me, everything felt like it really worked, and they got what they were trying to do with the film.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like... I feel like there was enough nod to the old films without being too heavy-handed.
Well, this isn't your daddy's Star Wars either. Like this is this is darker. And
it was definitely darker.
It was brutal. Like it was. I mean, it's
I said, everyone dies.
It's really appropriate that it's like the film that follows it in the chronology is called A New Hope because you need one at the end of this.
Yeah, if after that you'd be like, fuck this.
Because like you realize how much in dire straits the rebellion is, and like
because they get pretty much annihilated.
Yeah, and like this is like the rebel fleet almost gets like a bunch of ships get wiped out trying to get these plans.
I fucking loved when you had when they finally disable. There's one scene where they disable, or there's a couple Star Destroyers and they disable one of them.
Yeah,
and the guy's like, "I've got an idea. Get me a hammerhead.
Get me a hammerhead." And fucking the blockade runner just rammed into that motherfucker.
And then as soon as they latch onto something, they're like just full power and just fucking push the Star Destroyer into another.
Yes.
Oh, that was such a good scene.
I was like, dope.
And I love that because, like, you got to look at it from the crew's perspective too. Like, everyone's like, "Yep, I get on the ship, I'm going to die here."
No,
this is where
they didn't die. They're fine.
Jeff, they're probably all dead now.
It's a ship that's designed for ramming. That's not what they don't die.
Jeff, they're probably all dead. I have to crush your dreams, Jeff.
Oh,
I'm Kenny, killer of dreams.
I don't have any dreams left.
I know, I've killed them all. We've been over this.
I think I did a good job myself.
I helped.
Whatever, Kenny. Sure.
But no, I just thought it was a very dark film, but I thought it had enough nods to the old films, especially for people who haven't seen them. Again, what's wrong with you? Go see those films. But no, I thought it had enough nods to the older films to give you a sense of obviously the time, but also a little nod to the fans of the older films, but not so much that it just felt like they're trying to just basically replay the older films and be like, look at all the Star Wars in your Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So no, I thought all the little touches were good, and I thought overall they did a great job. And there's, like I said, outside of that one line, not very much of the film I didn't like. I thought it was all really good and very worth the money and the time I took to saw it.
It's a really it's dark. It's very action packed, and it's a Star Wars movie, like the kind of Star Wars movie that we've kind of always wished they would get like frequently.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like even with all the action, like it still didn't feel overdone.
Yeah, it was still a Star Wars movie, like at its heart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I never felt like I was no longer in the Star Wars universe at any point.
Yeah. It
like
fit.
with everything going on, everything fit where it should have.
But like
fit.
logistically, it made more sense. Like dude whose name we can't remember who.
Well, I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to keep calling him
accent
that guy.
character number one. He
was wait for it.
He was a
Cassian Andor.
Yeah, well,
Cassian.
That's right. Cassian. But like, there's
I feel like I should remember.
Yeah, I know, right? But like, there's a reason why like logistically the rebellion had to exist the way it existed. Like Cassian does some dark shady shit for the rebellion, and that's part of that's part of the plot too. Like the reason why they all go off of Jet Urso is because they're like the rebellion wants to back out and disband, and these guys are like, we have corrupted our morals so much for what if these guys back out now, and that's crazy. And I was like, oh man, this is like a side of Star Wars we just didn't get to see before.
Yeah, and it makes total sense too, because you have these two warring factions, and you have to think about it like there's no way that this one faction is purely good and has not done anything that's morally compromised.
I mean, like they're insurgents. Let's be real.
Yeah,
they're guerrilla force.
Exactly, they have to use for more or less dirty tricks and tactics to beat this juggernaut of an opponent at the Empire. There's no way they haven't done some shady bullshit.
Yeah, they had to.
Exactly, but I love that too. Like when Jin decides, I'm going to do this on my own if I have to. They're all like, "Yeah, we've done some really shady things. We need to kind of make up for that."
Yeah, like because it's not even about retribution. It's just about making it worth it. Like all the bad things we've ever done would be completely useless if everyone just stopped now.
Well, that's what I mean. Like they've done all these, they've done all these really terrible things, and they're like, we need to make up for it, because if we don't, that just means we did a bunch of horrible shit, and that doesn't make us any better than the enemy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like,
So no, I thought that seems really good too.
They're all like, we've been doing this for a cause this whole time with hope in mind. Like things will be better, and this will be worth it. And now it's not.
It was definitely a situation of the means justify the end.
Yeah.
Or the end justify the means, rather.
I agree with you. It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. But then I like too the relationship that develops between Cassian and Jin.
It's a little organic, although it's kind of like their embrace at the end. I wish that it was just like them holding each other and less like romantic.
Yeah,
I did think that was.
I don't think. I think they're. I think they. I don't know. I don't remember them doing it. I think they, like maybe almost do, but I don't think they actually full on do. Because at the end, when the shockwave wipes them out, they're just holding each other.
Yeah, I would prefer it in my mind's eye. That's how they're going to keep doing it. Just like they're just going to keep holding each other.
Yeah, because they know at one point they're like basically like have their head on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
So and then they get vaporized by the shockwave. Yeah.
But
so no, I thought that was really good.
Because I don't think a romantic relationship was earned or deserved. Because
it just wouldn't make sense.
Got broken a bunch. Like she all but like she realized and called him out that he'd been sent to kill her father. So
he's like, yeah, I could have, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Okay, thanks.
I'm going to my room.
Fuck off. I'm leaving.
I don't need this bullshit. Yeah. Fuck you. But no, I thought the relationship they have developed in the right way, where it didn't feel weird and out of place, but it didn't get to a point where it shouldn't have gotten. Because like a romantic relationship between the two of them, where they've known each other for what, like a week, maybe. I don't really necessarily know what the time frame of this film is, but just a few days at most. If you want to have a authentic character development, you're not going to have a romantic relationship like that in that frame of time. So no, I thought the way that their story in the film ended was really the way it should have, because they're going to die, and they have that connection, but it doesn't go beyond where it should. So no, I thought that worked really well too. No, I really think all because all the characters more or less had their own relationships with each other, like Cassian. What?
Sorry. I know you're having a very serious discussion, but I found this video of cats having brain freezes after licking ice cream too much, and it's amazing.
I think I might have seen that actually.
It's way up there at the top. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
What?
It was distracting.
It wasn't that serious of what I was just saying.
I couldn't look away. I'm sending it to you right now.
Good. I will look at it later. I will post it in the description for you, listening audience. But no, what I was saying was, I just thought the side relationships that the characters had, like Jin and Cassian and Kyriot and Baze, I thought they all worked really well together.
Yeah.
And I thought they all felt really organic, and like they I guess the big message is nothing really felt out of place with this film, and everything felt like it felt the way it worked the way it was supposed to.
It was it was more serious than we're used to, but like
Yeah,
that was
but
important, like
yeah, and it never felt hokey
yeah,
and unnecessary.
like it was like logistically this is how it had to have happened,
Yeah.
because like this is really what a rebellion would have been like.
Hmm. Yeah, and plus, like with characters like Curiat and Baze, like these characters have obviously been around for a while. Like they're gonna have some kind of camaraderie and friendship. So the way they had it in the film, I thought worked really well.
Hmm.
Um, and I thought I don't know, I like the way the pilot's character developed too, where he goes from you know kind of does the classic like turning to the enemy kind of thing, but helps the rebellion in a way that he almost kind of doesn't want to for a little while there. But I think it's mostly because he was under the influence of the brain slug thing.
Yes,
I forget what they call it in the film.
it had a name actually.
Yeah, Saw says the name at
Yeah,
some point.
the thing has like he's like, yeah, this thing's name.
Yeah, I'll if I can find it, listening audience, I'll put it in the description as well. But no, I liked his character development as well, and even the small amount of screen time he got, I love Mads Mikkelsen's character. I think his name was, is it Garen? I think his name was. Let's see if I'm correct. Galen. Damn, I was close. But no, I liked his character too. I thought, even though it had a very small amount of screen time, I thought the character worked well for the plot and didn't feel out of place.
Yeah.
So no, overall, I really enjoyed the film. If you're a Star Wars fan, I think you'll really like it a lot. Even if you're just a movie fan, I think you'll like it a lot too. I think you will get more enjoyment out of it if you are a Star Wars fan because of all the nods to the older films. But I think if you go into it somehow as your first Star Wars film, I don't think you're going to miss out on anything, and I still feel like you'll get a lot out of it. And overall, I think I would give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I'd give it. I think 8.5 out of 10 is a good way to go.
Mm-hmm. Had a couple issues, but nothing that takes away from the film and makes it unwatchable. And they're very, very minor, the issues they had.
Mm.
So yes, if you get a chance, go see it. God damn it! If you're listening to the show, you probably already
hopefully
seen
you've already seen it because it's fucking ruined now. No.
Plus, it's like if you're listening to us before you've seen it, how?
Yes.
How? But no, go see it, and do that as soon as you can, because, God damn it, you're doing yourself an injustice if you don't see it.
Seriously.
And it makes me even more excited for episode 8.
Yes.
Because as much as, and I was telling you about OA, I do love the military and the non-Jedi aspects of the Star Wars universe that we don't ever get to see, and it makes me really bummed, even more so that we don't have 1313 anymore.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you not in the know, was a game where you're going to play a bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, but it was going to be the very gritty underbelly of the Star Wars universe.
We've gotten a lot of cool things since Disney bought Star Wars, but that was a sacrifice in which we didn't have to make.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they bring that back somehow, or at the very least, bring back something like that. Like the closest thing I'm trying to think what the closest recent thing we have is. I don't know what that would be at this point. But it does make me hopeful though they'll have something, because I mean Star Wars is still hugely popular and these new films are really good. So I'm hoping they do something like that, because that would be a great universe to play in.
Yes.
That the seedy underbelly of the Star Wars universe.
Well, we had the closest we had is our bounty hunters on SWTOR.
That's true. I did. Speaking of SWTOR,
Kenny.
Nope.
Kenny.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Tag. You're dead.
I really wish I was.
Dead or tag. Star Wars universe's greatest bounty hunter.
I wish there was like a face palm emoji in that game, or an emote. Just.
Tag. You're dead.
I did make an Imperial officer in that game, and those are actually a lot of fun to play because you can snipe with them, and it's awesome. Oh. So I think I might. Because as always happens with these kind of things, really want to play a Star Wars game now.
Yes.
So I think I might hop into SWTOR for a bit and just kind of dick around as you do.
Dick around
like you do, and maybe I will see if my guy is still there. I can't remember. Big long issue with EA in that game.
Yeah, you had quite the dilemma.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, I'll try to get the short version. I inadvertently made a second account when I was trying to add my main email address to my Star Wars account. So I wanted to use that email address. So I'm like, hey EA, can you delete this account that has this email address? And they're like, what? Delete all your accounts? Okay. So they deleted all my accounts. And then I'm like, and to be fair, like I couldn't log in. I couldn't figure out why. So I called them. I'm like, hey, what's up with this? Like, oh, all your stuff is gone. And I'm like, oh, why? Like, well, you asked to like, no, I asked you to delete this account only. They're like, oh, I'm like, well, what about all the stuff? Like, oh, you don't get that back now.
It's gone now.
And then I'm like, okay. So then I tried to make a character, and they're like, yeah, you can't use that character name because it's on this account. Oh, you mean the one you deleted? Yeah. Okay. So I had to make a whole new account on a whole other server.
Yes.
To get those names. So yeah, that was I'm mad about that. But what are you gonna do?
Luckily, Kenny, I think all my characters are still there, including Standard Tag.
God, I hate myself. I think I have to look to see what server I'm on. I think I might have gone back on that server. I can't remember. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I do love me some Star Wars. But I also have to say, I'm excited for episode 8 too because I also, as much as I do love the non-Jedi aspect, I love me some lightsaber fighting. All I want to do is use a lightsaber.
Yes.
Chop my own fucking hand off probably. But I love the whole Jedi and Sith mythos, and oh, so good.
I do like that.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know. I think it's one of the like SWTORs because you have so many options with that. But it's good coffee. But yes, go see the film.
Go see the film. And with that, sir, I think that might be our holiday episode.
I think so.
We've been at it for quite some time now.
I think the only thing that's really left to mention for the holiday is the Steam Winter Sale.
Yes, I did purchase, although I purchased it on Humble Bundle last night because it was the same price and charity. I did purchase something on the Steam sale. I got Grid 2 for $12.50.
Nice.
But there's a bunch of games out there on sale. Like we got that. I mean, it hasn't been. Honestly, the Steam sale hasn't been good lately. The past couple of years, like it's not been like crazy good like it used to be. I don't know.
Well, I think part of that is because they've changed how they do it.
Yeah.
It used to be where they had like here's some stuff on a kind of okay sale, and then every 8 hours here's a massive sale on what item.
Yeah.
And they're like now like here's just a bunch of like big-ish sales on everything, and we're not doing that thing.
I really did. I dug it when they did that though.
I did too, but at the same time, it felt like most of the time there was never anything I wanted.
Yeah. I mean, like now we got right now. There's Doom for $20. The new
which
Doom.
Really, you can't beat that.
Witcher 3 for $30. That's Game of the Year edition, so it comes with everything.
Mm-hmm. I think it has like 2 or 3 DLC pieces that are also pretty big.
We talked about this off air, but Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remaster for $18.
Not too bad.
Might be worth picking up. If you haven't gotten Stardew Valley yet, it's $10 right now, and I recommend it because it's fucking awesome. It's all the best parts.
Harvest Moon.
It's all the best parts of Harvest Moon. End of
so
discussion.
Farming.
That's it.
My favorite part of Harvest Moon
and the possibility of a same-sex relationship.
Nice. My favorite part of watching you play Harvest Moon is when you use the milk machine on your wife.
Yeah, that's right, slut.
Because she would also make the same noise as the cow did.
No, she didn't.
I'm pretty sure
the milk machine would make the noise, though. You may still make the weird noise.
Maybe that's what it was. Because I heard that noise every time you use it.
Because the cows go moo when you use it on them.
Sorry.
Rise
yeah,
of
so
Tomb
check
Raider,
that out.
Game of 20-year celebration edition is $30, so that's half off.
There you go. And it goes on for quite a while. It goes on all the way to June. June. Yeah,
June
which one's to
3rd.
June? June 3rd. No, it goes on until January 2nd, so you've got quite a bit of time. So if you get the holiday money, that's where you got to use it.
So Steam Fun Bucks,
It's Professor Land Fun Bucks.
Professor Land Fun Bucks. Kenny, Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition.
No, I got to buy that on the PS4.
35% off, which makes it $55.23.
But I think you get a bunch of stuff in that one.
Mad Max, the game that came out in like October 1st, 2015, $6.79 right now.
I'm probably going to grab that.
That's pretty good. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that game it got okay reviews. I'm kind of bummed.
But Solid 5, the definitive experience for $26.
Ooh, very nice. But yeah, so check that out. If you like gaming, you probably do if you're listening to this show.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, again, I don't know how you found us, but thank you for staying.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed our talk about poop and butt stuff.
Yeah.
Because nothing says love like butt stuff.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to read through this.
I mean, I mean, really, like if you're doing butt stuff with someone, you've made a commitment to them.
Remember, trust.
Trust. Trust.
So imperative. Ooh. Batman: The Telltale series, which is now finally all the episodes are out on Steam.
Nice.
Right now,
Nice.
for $16.74.
Nice. You can also save on the Steam Link controller.
Oh boy.
For the Steam controller and the Steam Link. The Steam controller I actually heard really good things about.
Oh.
And the Steam Link is a neat idea.
I can't sound any more non-committal to that. Oh.
Well, if you want a PC controller for Steam, there's your option.
I have an Xbox 360 controller wireless.
You can also use your PS4 controller.
Kenny, Final Fantasy VII.
I already own it.
$6.
I already own it.
South Park: Stick of Truth for $7.49.
I might grab that.
Telling you, it's some good stuff.
I'll have to look through my wish.
I'm gonna have to take some of it back. I'm actually seeing some good shit in here.
See?
It's just harder to get to.
Spoke too soon.
It's just not. I don't like the way Steam. I know we're trying to close the show, but I don't like the way Steam has like changed their GUI, the way they do stuff and the way they show games and stuff like that. Trying to like showcase games that I would like, because there's a bunch of games that I would like that just don't show up anymore. Like, it's not very good.
You can buy Mass Effect 2 for $5. So if you haven't
I
owned that game yet,
I haven't.
Again, what's wrong with
you? Can play Spec Ops: The Line for $6. And if you,
that's a depressing.
Yeah,
game.
if you haven't played that yet, well, go ahead and enjoy that one. It's really good. Let me be honest with you. It is a really good game.
It is good. It's like I like to liken it to Requiem for a Dream. If your day is just going too well,
yeah.
you might want to play that game. Bring down a bit.
It's Heart of Darkness, the video game.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. If that helps.
Dead Space 2 also $5. First Mass Effect $5. So
although to be fair, you can
get the
get
third
on
one.
Origin pretty much anytime. You can get Mass Effect, the 1, 2, 3 pack with everything on it for $20.
Yes. So probably not worth it if you want to get all three.
Yeah.
But if you don't care about the third one, but you should care about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. All right, kids.
But I think the theme of today's episode is trust.
Trust. It's all about trust, guys.
Trust. If you're gonna put stuff in your butt or in someone else's butt,
as Prince said, trust. And knowing Prince, he might have been singing about that.
Hey, that Prince can sing whatever he wants. Sing about whatever he wants. He probably was singing about a lot of butt stuff in every song. Little red Corvette, probably put in his butt.
Yeah. Kept that red Corvette right up there out of that poop hole.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom, motherfucker.
But yes, on that note, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope our talk of butt stuff hasn't turned you away. Come for the mustard, stay for the butt stuff. Come from the butt stuff. Either one. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed our talk of mustard.
Yes.
And Christmas-related shenanigans.
Yes.
And I hope you have a wonderful holiday, whatever that is. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Festivus. If you don't celebrate it, whatever you do, I hope you have the best day possible.
Yes.
And please leave us a like and a comment. And subscribe to the channel. And tell us if you want, tell us what you're doing for Christmas or whatever the holiday is that you celebrate. And wish us a horrible Christmas because you just don't like us and you want us to have a horrible time. We want to hear from you, listening audience. You. So leave us a comment and just have the greatest time possible.
Yes.
And on that note, as always, you have been listening to A Better Podcast, in which we are okay. All right, bye everybody.
Bye everybody.